Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with our Friday morning episode of the Goldin Weekly Top 24 Michael Jordan card sales. Trying to do these consistently weekly for you guys. I think this is the third week in a row. It's really only for you Jordan collectors, and it's really only the top 24 sorted highest to lowest as far as price value goes. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications if this is the kind of stuff that interests you. I do a lot of these kind of auction recap deals, and this one is Jordan specific on Fridays. I do a big top 100 basketball card sales based on highest price sold for PWCC Weeklies every Monday. But this is the Goldin. It ends on Thursday. These are always 10 days long. They always end on Thursday night with extended bidding, much like the PWCC, with the buyer's premium, much like the PWCC. So a lot of similarities between the two platforms and the way they work. This is the auction that ended last night on May 18th. That's Thursday night, and it's Friday, May 19th today as I record this. So let me get you over to screen share, and we're going to start with a card or slash sticker that everybody should recognize. It's the 1987 Fleer sticker Jordan number 2, which is actually the focus card of my Explore the Card episode that you are going to see today on May 19th. There's no correlation between the two. It just so happened that the first card number 24 on the list, is the card that I recorded about yesterday and that will feature today on the Explore the Card episode that you're going to catch on my channel as well. Hit the bell icon for notifications if you want to catch that. I'll give you a hint. It comes out at 4:30 on Friday, 4:30 Central Time down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Every single Friday, you're going to get a different Explore the Card episode. But this 1987 Fleer sticker number 2 was a PSA 8. It sold for $216. I've got it pulled up. Not really much to see here. Please disperse. This is a $216 sale. The card has sold anywhere from $212 to $317, being the highest. It might have been a super high quality, great centered card. I have no idea. Maybe brand new PSA label. But the fact of the matter is, it's probably about a $250 card, give or take. This is pretty significantly down from the last sale of $260. I mean, it's only $44, but $44 out of 260 is about 18%, so significantly down from the last sale. And it is, as you should note, the lowest sale of the last 4 sales. As I've been saying, you can pick up some deals on Goldin that you can't pick up on other platforms just because there's not enough eyeballs yet. The next one's an interesting pairing. It's 2 of the most common cards ever produced and ever known to mankind. The 1990 Fleer Jordan, where they really opened the floodgates and printed the hell out of this card, but they're in BGS 9.5 slabs, and it looks like one of them is a Gem Plus. The one on the right, if my Cajun eyeballs don't fail me, it looks like a Gem Plus with a 10 for centering, which is pretty cool. The one on the left is a Min Gem with a 9 for corners. It's a $234 for both of these cards, so about $117 each by my Cajun math. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. Didn't really look the card up. It's not a huge card. This Decade of Excellence, if there's one card that I could use a genie and call Aladdin, or I would be Aladdin, or was the genie's name Aladdin? I think the genie's name was Genie. Aladdin was the kid. If I was Aladdin and I could call a hobby genie, I would have him destroy all of these reprints. It drives me freaking bananas. It is a trap for the unwary, for the unsavvy new collectors in the hobby. It probably scares the hell out of people. It looks just like an 86 Fleer Jordan rookie card, but this is the reprint 1996 throwback sort of tribute, and it's called the Decade of Excellence, and there's other Jordan replicas that look like the 86 Fleer Jordan card. There's no card that's been A, counterfeited more, and then B, legally mimicked more often by actual licensed products. So it just kind of sucks. But this PSA 10 sells for $256, about $200,000 less than a real PSA 10 Jordan would sell for. And then here's another one. So the PSA 10 sells for $265. 2 BGS 9.5s of the same 1990 Fleer card sell for $234. So that right there should be evidence enough of the disparity between PSA and BGS grades. And one of these is a Gem Plus, which quite conceivably could cross to a PSA. So maybe this is a little investor move here by whoever picked those up. Another Decade of Excellence. This one significantly darker red. Sells for $338, $70 more approximately. And then this is an interesting little trilogy. It's a little 3-card set. from UD3, which is actually was intended to be pronounced Upper Deck Cubed, and so UD3 is not actually like 3 as in the numeral. It's almost like 3 as in the exponent. Like this was supposed to be called Upper Deck Cubed, and that's why it says MJ3 for you math nerds out there. This is the third of the 3 cards. All 3 are die cut. These cards pieced together to form like a little family of 3. This is the card that finishes on the right, as you can see with the downslope to the right. The one on the left is symmetrical the other direction. This sold for $372. I think I've got it pulled up. I do, and this is going to be interesting. So here's the deal. That's what the chart looks like, which is a little screwy over the last month. Some craziness going on. If we look at the last sales, this one again sold for $372. So I've got it pulled up. There it is. The last one sold on PWCC Weekly. Normally we see PWCC Weekly and eBay crushing Goldin prices. This one is drastically different. Goldin crushed PSA by $150, but eBay just exactly 1 month ago crushed both of them for $435. So I'm not really sure what the deal is here. They're all PSA 9s. This is over $200 more, almost twice as expensive as the one that sold on PWCC Weekly. So PWCC Weekly looks like shit in this comparison. Goldin looks like it's somewhere in the middle, and eBay looks like it's a gold mine. So I don't know. You guys are going to have to do your own research on those. If you want to know what the card's worth, my answer is I don't know. But I would kind of split the difference between the last 2 sales, and I would say probably somewhere around $300 is what I would look to pay for this card in a PSA 9. The PSA 10, it gets a little pricey. That's a pop 94, and if you look at the pop report, you can see, there's about 600 of them ever graded. The PSA 10, there's less than 100, which really means something, and it's not your typical base Jordan card, sort of a subset card, so it does have some value there. This is an interesting piece. I've never seen it. I don't know what it is. It's called the Upper Deck All-Time Greats. It's a horizontal card. It looks like it's got a bunch of rubies in there or diamonds. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but it's Upper Deck All-Time Greats Master Collection MJ Diamond Legacy, and it is serial numbered to 15. It's a PSA 7. It is in a gigantic slab, so it makes me think that the card's bigger than normal, but I'm not sure that's the case. But the slab looks bigger than normal, or maybe the card's smaller than normal. Shit, I don't know. It's a weird card. I've never seen it. Comment below if you've got something to say about it, and you can educate me and everybody that's watching. Similarly situated, next to it is another card I don't think I've ever seen. It's the 2000 Upper Deck Collectibles Championship Floors. Jordan triple relic card. So 3 pieces of floors where the NBA Finals were played. This one's serial number to the Lolo 2300, but it's a BGS 9, 396 for that card. It is a pretty good looking card. I like the design of the card, really good looking. I like horizontal cards. Most people do not like horizontal cards. Next to that, we've got a recognizable Jordan insert, the first kind of mainstream Jordan insert, a must-have for any Jordan collector. It's the high voltage, not the slash 500. Not the monster, not the high voltage 500, but just the ordinary high voltage. And it's in a very reasonable PSA 7 slab. Here's what we see on Card Ladder if we check it out. This one sold last night for $418. For whatever reason, it's not pulling up, and I've noticed this a lot lately. Card Ladder's not getting all of these sales in. Some are in, some are out. Usually it's all or nothing, right? Usually when I do the PWCC weekly recaps, it'll have all of the cards uploaded into Card Ladder sales data, or it'll have none of the cards. For Goldin, I am finding that some are in and some are out, and I don't know the rhyme or reason. I'll have to ask Chris or Christina or Josh that question as to why some of these Goldin sales are appearing and some of them are not. So these are the last sales prior to last night. Again, the one last night, PSA 7 high voltage sold for $418. The last sales before this were $400, $400, $394, $360, $336, $380, and $364. So this is the highest of the last 8 sales. That's pretty impressive. If we scroll out 2 years, still looking pretty good. The second highest sale in the last 2 years. There's not that many 7s out there. This card's not as common as you'd think. Only 436 ever been graded. Pretty decently low gem rate, single-digit gem rate for PSA. Only 10 PSA 10s out there. I'm the proud owner of one of these 39 BGS 9.5s. Next card on our list, the Jordan PSA 5 86 Fleer sticker with Otis Birdsong ushering him to the goal. That sells for $422. Pretty good looking 5 if you ask me. The centering's not that horrific for a 5. It does look to be a little bit diamond cut. And then next to it, a little oddball card, right? The card that will appeal to the great Stanley, who loves to collect these foreign Jordan stickers. Of course, he's probably got a PSA 11 of this, but this is the 1989 Los Asses of the asses of the NBA. Maybe it's Aces, or maybe it's Aces. I don't know, but it says asses. It's missing an S. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They are Spanish. It's a Spanish sticker. It's hand cut. It's a PSA 4. And you're thinking, first of all, that doesn't look like a PSA 4 to me from a centering standpoint. I'm not going to zoom in and get into crazy details. I'm not going to sit here and grade cards for you guys, but it looks better than a PSA 4. It looks better than a PSA 4 Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell 57 tops that you're going to see, or a Wilt Chamberlain PSA 4 61 Fleer. Let's just put it that way. But this PSA 4 sells for $480. I've got it pulled up in Card Ladder sales history. This is the lowest this PSA 4 sticker has ever sold for in history. So if you're one of those oddball collectors and you're not watching my channel, watch the channel. You can steal shit on this Goldin Weekly Auction. I'm telling you, people are stealing cards. I know, notwithstanding the, whatever we just saw, the high voltage has just broke a record, or broke a 2-year record. Some stuff just slips through the cracks. There's just not enough eyeballs for some of the weird stuff on here. And this is one of those cards. It's a 1989 Asses PSA 4. This is a PSA 5, so it's not 1/4 the price. So don't skip that one. But going back here, look at these PSA 4s. $750, and these aren't 2021 prices. $750, $1,100, $1,200, $1,400 a year ago, and today it sells for $480. So a 3-for-1 discount there. Great pickup for anybody. I don't know the pops. If we pulled it up on the pop report, I bet it's a pretty damn low pop card, generally speaking, across all grades. And I would assume that PSA 4 is actually probably a pretty decent grade. I like the look of this card. I think this is really cool. 2003 Upper Deck, East Coast, West Coast, dual jerseys, Kobe and Michael, game used relic card. I don't collect game used. I don't collect autographs, but I can appreciate a pretty cool, affordable one when I see it. PSA 8's kind of a good collectible budget grade for Jordan and Kobe stuff, where you can get some really nice pieces out there if you don't chase the PSA 10, the BGS 9.5s, and even the PSA 9 mint stuff. PSA 8's a really good grade to collect Jordan stuff in. I'm doing it myself. $540 for that card with the 2 jersey pieces. This has to be a relist unless somebody's just got unlimited sheets, but I keep seeing this exact same uncut star 1984 sheet in these auctions. This is another one. I don't know if it's a repeat. I don't know what the price of the last one was. You guys can go look that up and do that research on your own. We do have a piece of sealed wax, and this won't be the last one, and one of them pisses me off because I thought I was going to win it, and I had a great plan for the channel to do some breaks, some grade, and some resale stuff, and just put together some nerdy spreadsheets with the numbers. But this is the 97 Upper Deck, the Jordan Championship, oversized factory sealed hobby box. 24 cards, possible Michael Jordan autograph. So I'm guessing that $720 is, somebody hoping to treasure hunt and pick an autograph out of there. An 8 stain, which is what, like a 6 unstained, like a 6 with no qualifiers is maybe an 8. This one sells for $900. I think that this is a play for some people out there. I know some of you sneaky dogs are out there lurking in the shadows. You like to buy these stain qualifier stickers from 86, 87, 88 Fleer. Take the pantyhose, rub the stain off the back, and resubmit it to PSA. The problem is, this bitch ain't going to grade well because it is so off-center and diamond cut, it's going to grade like a 4. So if that was the move, you made a mistake. If you just bid on it like it was an 8 and you didn't see the qualifier, that was a mistake. But if you just want to collect cards with stains on them, shame on you. That's kind of creepy. We got a 97 Skybox Premium Golden Touch PSA 7. Right now, above it, we're going to have an 8. So let's not talk about the 7. We'll talk about the 8. Golden Touch, especially the 97. Really big Jordan insert. Really tough pack odds. Really meaningful card. Stay tuned to the channel. I've got something really cool coming out to educate and just provide some great eye candy for those of you in the hobby that collect Jordan cards or that are interested in collecting Jordan cards. I've got a really big project that I think is going to be a really interesting tool that the hobby can use, not just for days, weeks, months, and years, but maybe centuries to come. Maybe my name will go down in history after I complete this project that I'm working on and share it with the hobby. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to be fun. I do jest a little bit, but I think it's going to be cool. And here's a box that pissed me off. I went kind of heavy at this. Okay, I went pretty damn heavy at this box, and let me tell you why. It's the 1991 Nike Trading Card Promo. It's a factory sealed box. There are 40 packs. This was a 6-card set featuring Jordan and Spike Lee and some of the Jordan Nike commercials from the very early 90s in the 6-card set. Each pack has a set, so you're getting 40 copies of the same 6 cards, 240 cards. So somebody bid $1,950. I've got it pulled up here in Card Ladder right here. 1950. I think I bid aggressively at like 1750, 1800. I'm not joking. If I recall, the last 2 sales were 1200 and 1320. You got to go way. That's a card, first of all. Then you got to go way back. So I see 3 sales that are relatively recent. 1320, 1200. Somebody saw what I saw. And here's the deal. If you plug in 1991 Nike Jordan PSA 10, look how much these bitches are selling for, and excuse my language, but look how much these PSA 10s are selling for of each of the 6 cards. $800 for card number 4, $400 for card number 6, $350 for card number 3, $372 for card number 3. Get this, $611 for the Little Richard card, for those of you who remember him, $335, $340, $239, $490, $336, $560, and they're trending upward. And if you want to look at the highest ever, look at card number 3, 13, 24. These are going to be from 2021, but those are humongous numbers, and the pops of these are very low. But here's the reason that I wanted to buy it, guys. Check this out, and the buyer probably had the same idea. Look at the PSA 9s. These are cash flowing, like a lot of these are. Right here, this is not, that's great. $48, $65, $72, 46, 144. That's recent. That's 3 days ago, 5 days ago. $50, $50, $50, $60, $30, $60, 120, 138, 60, 90, 216. I know that doesn't sound like a huge move, but when you factor in, $19 a card, and then you feel you have 240 cards to choose from and to send in, and you maybe take the 120 best, right? You pay that fee, you do that, you do the numbers, you multiply it by the gem percentage. Trust me, I did all of this. That's a good buy even at $19.50. I am regretting not chasing this stupid box a little bit harder. Sorry, I got off sidetrack, but that's a pretty cool pickup right there. Jordan PSA 3 does $2,000. The Goldin Touch PSA 8, let's check it out. This one I did look up. There it is. That's the Goldin PSA 8. Last night it sold for $22.80 on Goldin. Huge jump, huge win for the Goldin Weekly there. The last one sold before Christmas for $18.45. In PSA 8, it's only a pop 31. I ran at this card. I didn't think I would have to go over 2,000, but it went over 2,000, so I lost. I really wanted and I really needed this card for my PSA 8 collection, and I thought I went pretty damn aggressive. I think I even pushed over $2,000. I did not get this card. So that card sells for $2,280. If we zoom out a little bit, that's down from June of 2022, so it's down over the last year, $3,000. But the last few sales, it's pretty significantly up, $2,280 for that card. Let's see what the highest this card sold for. Yeah, $5,783. It's going to be a while before it gets back to that price, I think. A PSA 5 and a PSA 6 Jordan, $2,760, $3,450 right next to it. A Jordan 2005 Upper Deck Trilogy Signs of Stardom autograph card, just Beckett authenticated, does $4,000. And then right next to it, I love Wizards Jordan stuff. I love actual playing, those 2 playing years, Wizards Jordan stuff. I think it's so cool. I was so excited as a 27-year-old when he came back. I got a chance to go down and see him in New Orleans when he was playing against the Hornets or Pelicans or whatever they were called back then. And so that was a real honor and a privilege to get to see MJ play live and in person, albeit not in a Bulls uniform. This 2001 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection, which was a huge-ass product. I know it's not out there anymore, and some of you guys are newer to the hobby, but this was like the National Treasures and the Flawless before the National Treasures and the Flawless. It was like exquisite before exquisite. And so Ultimate Collection was the creme de la creme, as they say. 2001 Signatures PSA 9 does $4,806, and I think I've got that pulled up as well. I did. did. You're going to have to bear with me. You can't search by PSA. What did I say it was? PSA 9? Yeah, that's a PSA 9. So all we can look at is some of these. One is in BGS Authentic, sold for $17.85. The last one before that was New Year's Day, which is a weird time to end an auction. That sold for $2,880. And then the last PSA 8-9 for the auto sold for $2,400. And then down here, the last BGS 9 sold for $67.47. So a BGS 9 about a year ago, maybe 14 months ago, sold for $6,700. Our PSA 9 last night sells for $48.06. Big pickup. I think it's a big win. That's a significantly, PSA 9 has a premium over BGS 9. Again, the BGS 9 has a 10 for the auto. The PSA does not grade the auto, and I'm not an auto expert. Maybe you can look at this and say, that's not a PSA 10 auto. I have no idea. Somebody else can do that. That's not my deal. But maybe this is a crack resub. Get the auto graded. Even a PSA 8 auto 10 might be worth more than PSA 9. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Again, I don't collect autographs, so I don't dig too deep into the comps for those. And then here's Again, I'm not showing SGC, but like people don't collect this card in SGC. They just don't. SGC has its place in the hobby. There's no question about that. I'm not going to disparage the company because I think it's the third of the big three, but it's the third of the two that follow the big one is what it's trending towards. But this SGC old labels a 96 on the scale of 100, I think, and a 9 mint. And it is a huge Jordan card, by far the biggest card last night. It's more valuable than the top 4 cards combined, the second, third, fourth, and fifth card combined. Just about $12,000 for this serial number to 49 out of 100. 97 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection. In 1997, there were 4, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So 4 rows, 4 different Legacy collections. This SGC 9 does $12,000, and let me show you why that's a monster. Because if you scroll in here, it's really hard to sort by row 1 because it's going to pull up all of them because they're serial number to 100, so the numeral 1 is going to show up. But this one does $12,000. That's our boy last night, the SGC 9. Different row, that's row 2, row 3, row 0. Okay, so you've seen all the rows. I love that one because I have it. Row 1, here is the BGS 9. The BGS 9 sold for $9,511. So somebody paid $3,000 more or $2,500 more. Did I get that right? Yeah, $2,500 more for an SGC 9 over and above the last BGS 9, which was not that long ago, 5 months ago. So that's a pretty big sale. And then this is not a legacy collection, so don't get too excited. And then that's, we're back. That's a different card. We're looking for row 1. I'm still looking. There's another row 1. The BGS 9.5 sold for a whopping $21,600, and it just looks awesome in that gold label. So I still think a $12,000 is a good sale for the Goldin Weekly Auction. That's $2,500 more than the last BGS 9 sold for. And I personally, I think the BGS 9 would yield a better result than an SGC 9, card over card to card comparison. So that's it, guys. So 2 Jordan autographs in the Legacy collection lead the way. A couple Golden touches find their way in. The damn box I should have won. It would have made for great content on the channel. God, I wish I had unlimited money and I could have mega bid that. That would have been so fun to rip all those and pick which ones go for grading. But there'll be other adventures that I can take you viewers on. So that's it, guys. That's it for last night. The Goldin Weekly ended May 18th, Thursday night. The top 24 Jordan cards sorted by highest to lowest. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anything stand out to you? Sorry I can't go through all the cards. I don't want to spend too much time. I like to keep these at about 20-25 minutes at the most and not do too deep of a dive into the comps and stuff like that. Just show you some of the Jordan stuff that's moving and then, take a glance at if any of them go for way undervalue or way overvalue. Most of them are sort of right at it. I'd say more go for undervalue on the Goldin Weekly right now, and that's why I think it's a good place to put your eyeballs on. I don't get paid by Goldin. I don't get paid by PWCC. I don't get paid by anybody, sadly enough. Teardrop emoji. I wish I did. I'd love to start making some money on the channel. So who knows? Maybe one day. But one thing I know is I'm not going to get paid by YouTube because I'm not going to put commercials and infomercials and weird stuff in the middle of my videos. So as always, thank you for watching these ad-free videos on my channel. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the bell icon for notifications. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I have a pretty cool mail day coming up this weekend at 10:30 Central Time. So hit the bell icon and you'll catch that one Saturday morning while you're drinking your coffee if you're West Coast, and if you're drinking coffee East Coast, shame on you. It's 11:30 your time, so you shouldn't be drinking coffee. Maybe you should be having lunch or something like that, or getting a workout in. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Have a great weekend in the hobby and out of the hobby. Peace.